Hi everyone. I just wanted to send a quick video to clarify a few things for the portfolio that's due on Sunday. First, I want to remind you that you have a portfolio due on Sunday. The portfolio, as I discussed in a number of places in the syllabus and during week 1 and then in week 4, which is what we're in now, the portfolio is a compilation of the work that you have done in the semester so far. But it's not just a collection of what you've done. It also allows you to have the chance to revise everything that you've worked on. There are some required drafts, and then the rest are optional. You are always allowed to revise your work before the portfolio. So if there's something that doesn't require revision, you still might think about doing the revisions, especially on something like the oral history, let's say. But on your autoethnography, you are required to submit 3 drafts, and you submit each of those sequentially as I lay out in the instructions. The goal there is to both just give you a chance to revise to make things better, if you want to think about it as better or worse, but really it's also to allow you time to think about your work, time to think about your ideas, and to let your ideas and your writing develop over time. Writing is a skill that requires practice. Thinking critically is a skill that requires practice. And both of those things require time in order to occur. So my goal with the portfolio is to build in the time that I think people need to work through their ideas and their thoughts in a slow and measured manner. So that's the goal. And it also gives you a chance to have some conversations with other people. Another point I just want to clarify, one of the things you're required to do is submit your peer reviews. So in the section on the portfolio checklist where I ask you to do that, you need to submit whatever your choice is in that writer's choice. You need to submit the peer review that you did for other people. So I want to see what kind of feedback you gave to your peers. It's an assignment. You were asked to engage your peers' writing, engage their thoughts, and I want to see to what degree you did that. And I'd like to see the approach that you took in those peer reviews. So you need to make sure you are submitting the work you did, not the peer reviews they gave you. I don't need to see that in order to give you a grade. What I want to see is the peer reviews that you gave to other people. In order to do that, there's a couple of different things you need to do. If you had a worksheet, you need to just attach that and make sure it's clear that you did the work, your name's on it, your peers' name's on it. So you would attach that worksheet and just make sure it's clearly labeled. If you need to attach end comments, so the comments you put in the box, you would copy and paste them into a Word document, save it, and upload that. If it is the marginal comments, you just upload the exact same document that you uploaded to the peer review wiki. So whatever information you provided for the peer review you did, that's what you need to include in a clearly labeled and organized manner. Please keep in mind with the portfolio, part of the goal is also for you to think about how you present your work to an audience. You are always having to think about audience, and this is one situation where the audience is very clearly me. I am the only one reading these, and so you need to think about how do you best show your work to me? How do you best communicate the things that you've done to me? And one way to do that is to just make sure things are clear, make sure they're organized, and make sure it's easy for me to follow. If your drafts are not clearly labeled, if I can't tell what is the final draft, if you didn't change the dates, if you don't change the labels, I may not actually know which is the final draft. And in terms of quality, I'll only be looking at the final drafts. But if I can't tell what the final draft is, it makes it very difficult for me to accurately assess your work. So please be aware of that, because I do want to grade you on your most complete work. If you do have questions, of course, reach out to me and let me know, but hopefully this covered a few of the questions that some of you have had. I also know there have been some questions. I guess the final thing I'll say is on a lot of the quizzes, it'll ask when something is due. Really what I'm looking for is just the day. So if something's due on Sunday, July 3rd, you just need to write Sunday. The Blackboard automatic quiz grading does not do well with variation. I try to put in a lot of different variations, whatever I can think of. The date, however, I generally don't input as a possible answer because that changes every semester and I can't always catch each quiz if that's on. So just Sunday. I just want to make sure you're turning in Sunday, not Saturday, not Monday. I mean, you can turn in Saturday, it's fine, but I'm not going to grade anything till Monday. So please just keep that in mind. I think that covers everything I'd like to know. After you get done with your portfolio, take a break if you need to, but do be looking ahead to the next portfolio because that's going to be the research project. There's a lot of steps to the research project. I'm going to send out a video about that on Monday. What I will just say now with the research project is it looks harder than it is. It looks like more work than it is. It's a good amount of work, but it is all laid out in individual steps that walk you through each step of the process for one big project. So it's a good idea to look at everything overall, but to keep in mind that I will walk you through each step and that every semester people do really great projects. They do really good work. Most people are actually very satisfied with the work they do. So just keep that in mind that it's very doable. It just has a lot of steps. And my goal with that is to introduce you further to college level research. And part of that is to, I think, methodically walk you through the multiple steps that accurate, thorough research takes. My final bit of advice there is, as you're looking ahead to be, and you're going to do research projects on subcultures or communities that you're interested in researching, they have to be groups that you want to know more about, but that you don't want to judge. So make sure you choose a group that you can do that for. And make sure you choose a group or subculture or community that you will remain interested in for 4 weeks. So that's something to maybe spend some time thinking about. We're going to spend a lot of time discussing this. We're going to have one-on-one chats about it. So you have a lot of opportunity to think about things. Again, reach out if you have questions. I hope everyone is doing well. And I hope you are able to take a short break after you finish this portfolio. All right, stay in touch.